duan, dispaci.
And this is Chinese teasel, you would say. There is a type of teasel that grows here in the United States. You can see it up Northern California more so than down here. I haven't seen it down here, but it grows in Northern California along the sides of roads. And it grows, there's another species that grows in the other parts of the country, in the Midwest and so on. And this plant is a perennial. And it also, like a number of the plants we've talked about, reseeds very vigorously. It's a bully in that way. And if you want a lot of it, you'll get a lot of it. It grows in full sun or shade, partial shade. It can tolerate all light conditions. It doesn't seem to be that picky about soil either, this particular species. We have the main species also in the garden here, Dispaci asteroides, and that one's kind of similar, but I think it's not quite as tough as this one, although it does reseed somewhat, fairly well. So that's the information about the plant. And the root is used for medicine. It's a tonify yang herb. And it's slightly warm, so it actually, unlike a number of the yang tonics, can be used for patients who have some heat in their system, as opposed to some of the yang tonics you have to be more careful with patients who have a bunch of heat in their system. But this herb is a little bit better tolerated because it's only slightly warm. And it's used for tonifying the kidneys, for typical yang deficiency with the kidneys. So that can include low back pain, knee pain, especially when there's cold present, worse with cold, better with heat. Could be frequent, copious, clear urination, incontinence, that kind of thing when the kidneys are deficient. And infertility, impotence, sexual function problems, whether it's kidney deficiency.
It goes to some other organs than kidney?
It goes to the liver too. And it tonifies the bones and the tendons as another function, tonifies the sinews and bones. And there's a number of herbs in the tonify yang category that do that. There's a few outside of that category too. So this is one of those ones that will help strengthen them for when there's weakness present. You want to also help when there's fractures and things that you want to deal with repairing the injured tendons or injured bones. Yeah, you can use this herb. And
translation, restore what is broken. So I was worried, what's broken?
Right.
Here it comes bones.
Right. Right. So yeah, duan is fracture. Duan zhi. And it's also used for helping calm the fetus. So when there's threatened miscarriage, particularly of course when there's deficiency with the kidneys, very good. Could be used for also excessive, well, yeah, it's used mainly for when there's, like if you have some bleeding happening when there's deficiency going on during a pregnancy. Or it could even be when there's not pregnancy and there's deficiency type of bleeding with the kidneys, then you can end up using this herb too to help. And it's also used for moving the blood, invigorating the blood, which makes it kind of neat for trauma and injury. So not only is it going to help repair the sinews and bones, but it also help prevent stagnation and by moving the blood. So it can be used for that purpose. So it's a really nice herb in that regard.